Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Aaron Washington with the No Trade Clause podcast, coming back at you guys with another exclusive interview. Thanks for taking the time to listen to this one. This afternoon, I have the opportunity to speak with Jah Jackson of the City Reapers over in the Overtime Elite League. Jah, it's good to catch up with you again, man. Great talking to you back at the Combine last year. You had a great performance there, and you've had a great performance through this whole season, regular season of OTE, man. So just want to say congratulations on your success, the City Reaper success, grabbing that number 2 overall seed going into the playoffs, and just looking forward to this convo, man. Thanks for joining it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity. Hop on the podcast and, just speak some knowledge.
Absolutely, man. So let's dive right into it. I got some questions here for you. Just want to get some of your thoughts on your experience in OTE and a little bit about the playoff experience coming up for you guys here. It's a big stretch of games. So before we get into that, I wanted to ask you about your performance here this season relative to how you did last season. So went back, did some digging on your numbers. Last season, you averaged about 6.3 points per game and 5.2 rebounds per game. That was your second season with OTE. You split it between the Young Dreamers and the City Reapers. You got traded about halfway through. But it's been really impressive to see your growth because this season you're up to about 12.1 points per game and 7.5 rebounds. And the rebounding figure is actually 7th overall in the league as far as the average per game. So you've been doing great on that end, doubling your points, and the rebounds have been up by quite a bit. And you've also been very efficient. Your field goal percentage right now sits at about 67.8%. So really high on that one. It just shows that you're getting some great shots and you're converting at a high rate. So I just want to ask you, what kind of improvements have you made in your game that you think have contributed to this big jump that we've seen from you, not only in terms of the scoring, but the rebounding and just overall being more efficient as a basketball player?
I would say probably just, expanding my game, just working on different things when it comes to my workouts, whether that's rebounding, guarding, switching on guards, having to guard guards in the pick and roll, or, just working on my post moves in general. So I feel like that's been the more thing, just trying to focus on, specific parts of my game to get better in. So
100%. I remember talking at the Combine about a couple of things you were working on. It was the ability to be a little bit of a jump shooter to kind of diversify your game in that way a little bit.
Right.
Displaying some touch around the rim for sure. And it looks like, at least in that area, being around the rim, you've been really good at that. So has it been a concerted effort for you in practices, being a shoot around to just to do, those drills and to really go through those reps to get yourself more comfortable around the rim, especially against those guys that are athletic? I remember also kind of asking you about how you do against, guys like Samto and those guys that are super athletic. So, have playing against those guys during the season just, really got you more comfortable at, converting like that? And has that contributed to your field goal percentage being so high?
Yeah, no, I would definitely say it has me just more so use my IQ more, have to think more, and just since I don't play over the rim as much, just making sure I, make the right move in order to finish over, a more athletic person. Or I would say just reps, more so repetition, like the repetition as well, just getting a good feel, like just more so getting a good feel, like for every move and just being confident in them. So I would say that too as well.
Yeah, for sure. And it really just seems like it's coming back to your experience in OTE. I mean, you're one of the
Yeah.
longest tenured players now. At this point, you've played 2.5, 2 3/4 seasons with this program. So you know a lot of the players, the coaches, the defensive schemes you're going to be going against every day. And also wanted to get your take on that as well. Being at almost 3 full seasons with Overtime Elite. Just wondering, what are the biggest changes that you've seen, if anything you've noticed in the league overall that's really changed for you in a positive way? And kind of a second part to the question, how would you say that your time overall in these 3 seasons have really kind of prepared you and really helped you as you are getting ready for the next level of your basketball career?
I feel like, the overtime over the years has definitely improved. Just, more so focusing on individual development and just more so getting us better on the court. I would say they did a good job over the years, just making sure that we have everything we need to, whether that's getting up shots or having a trainer there to guide you through your workouts. I feel like they've definitely improved on just getting better at that, and then just having it being here for 3 years. Just it's been a great experience, but then also gave me the experience and the understanding of what OT is, and then like what it looks like as well over like the span of 3 years that I've been here, of what it could be, the trials and tribulations that you can go through just dealing with this on a day in, day out type of thing. Like, because there's going to be, I feel like, OT is something that's never been done. There's not another place like this around where you can just, get this type of work and, have this type of support system as well. So
Right.
I feel like it's just, I feel like it's just helped me, just in the long run, for real, just getting a better understanding of, this whole basketball journey and my whole, in the whole basketball world as well. So like, I feel like it's definitely helped me a lot.
And speaking of challenges, you guys have a target on your back. You're playing for the City Reapers, and you guys are, going into the season where you've won a championship, and that creates a unique challenge in itself. Just being in that position that players want to be in that spot. They want to be where you are. So going into this season, you were, like I said, you were traded from the Dreamers to the City Reapers. Just wondering if you've noticed any kind of unique challenges that you're going through as a member of this team that has been to the mountaintop, has won at the highest level. Do you kind of notice that teams are kind of really looking forward to playing you guys? You have a target on your back. What are some unique challenges that you've kind of like you've really seen playing with a team that's been at the top, and that players are trying to get to where you guys were?
I would say just not having to like, don't be that negative person on the court to where it's like, because at the end of the day, like, I've been in their shoes and they haven't been in mine. So it's like just understanding that they're going to like make mistakes that you've made and not to make. So you can't honestly like just have a reaction to everything that goes on on the court, and just just trying to be the best leader I can, and trying to be that big bro figure for my team, for my teammates, however I can, whether it's like just going to me and talking to me about anything in life, or even like just like straight up about what OTE is, like what is it like, or how I'm going to get through this, or why am I dealing with this. Just being that person where I could give them answers, and that make them feel a little more comfortable about the situation. So
Yeah, it really seems like being in this league for so long, it gives you the opportunity, like you said, to be one of those veteran figures, because the guys are coming into this league, they're really young, they haven't been in any kind of environment like this before, so it's given you a chance to kind of show them what you've learned over the years, and that's really awesome. I think that also
shows another side. Like, it shows another side of your game, the mental side of the game, more so, not the physical. A lot of people see the physical side, so that's more so the mental side. Like, because I feel like, everybody says this game is, 90% mental, 10% physical. So,
yep.
Just being that, figure, just being that voice that they could hear. So.
For sure, that's a really good point, man. Absolutely, on the mental, it's a huge part of the game, and it really takes a lot of mental makeup as well as the physical to get to where you guys are as a team. It's really shown through the level of influence you've had over these guys and how you've done as a unit to be in this position to where you finished 11-6 in the regular season, and now you're going into the playoffs as a number 2 seed. So, kind of want to focus on the team now as you guys are making this run into the playoffs. You want to go and try to secure another championship. So, in your opinion, Jah, what are the biggest factors that you think, and you've touched on this a little bit already, what would you say are the biggest reasons as to why you guys as a team have performed so well to get the number 2 overall seed, be 11-6, and be in a prime position to, reach the mountaintop again, secure a championship for the Reapers?
I feel like some of our big emphasis just being connected on the offensive side and the defensive side, and I would say more so just taking pride in defense, like taking pride in just guarding the ball and guarding your man and staying solid. I feel like that's been a big emphasis on our side of just because I feel like defense wins games at the end of the day, and defense is going to lead to offense. So I feel like if we focus on, playing defense and, playing hard and focusing on that and not more so focusing on, who's going to shoot the next shot, who's going to score, who's going to be the leading scorer, I feel like it's going to help us in the long run and just, lead us to, doing it, me being able to do it again, me being able to just, go to the championship and do it and win it again. So I feel like defense been our main emphasis for sure. Like, just making sure everybody's in the right spot and just making sure we connected on the rotations. And because, like, I would say, like, this year there's like, for the Reapers, there's nobody that can't go get a bucket for themselves. Like, everybody can go score the ball at will. So it's like none of us should be focused on that at the end of the day, like, because defense wins games. So
those are all really good points, and I've noticed that about you guys just being at a few of your games this season. It's not like you guys go through one guy to go get a bucket. I mean, you can, if it really comes down to like one possession at the end of
right,
the game, but throughout it, you have so many options, and you become one of those primary options yourself. Just being able to, make something happen if the situation calls for it. So that's definitely, a big reason why you guys are so dangerous. And I don't want to circle back on something you touched on a little bit. It comes down to the mental, it comes down to the preparation. Obviously you guys are doing what you can on your end while you're waiting for your opponent. You're not sure who that's going to be yet. It's between two teams right now. It depends on how the previous round goes. But kind of want to ask you about just kind of getting ready for that next phase, that game that's coming up for you guys in the playoffs here. So, what is the preparation process look like for you guys going into this game? Is it any different from what you guys do in the regular season, or is it kind of like the same process as far as just watching film, getting ready? Are you guys kind of checking out both teams at the same time to get ready? How does that look for
I
you
wouldn't
guys?
say any different because I feel like we practice those habits at a early age, like an early beginning in our season. So like I feel like those habits is already like a regular for us, like breaking down film, watching multiple teams film and stuff. So I feel like the preparation is probably the same for us more so. Like I said, it's more so mental than everything, just making sure everybody's mentally straight, like mentally stable. Like that's gonna be the main emphasis, honestly, when it comes down to it. Cause like everybody gonna
Would you just say
I
like
don't feel like
everybody
there's
gets
gonna be
kind
no
of,
change in our preparation for real, for real.
yeah,
Like
yeah, everybody's locked in like you are in the regular season,
right.
regardless if it's playoffs, regular season. You guys are
We're not
doing the
trying to
same
treat it like we understand it's the playoffs, but at the end of the day, we're gonna treat it as a game at the end of the day, like another game to us. So we're gonna come in and play how we play usually. Get
Absolutely.
the dub.
Hey, I just thought of this kind of off the cuff, but you guys are in this position where you get some buys here because you're a top two seed. So you're not playing that first round that was last night at OT, and you're not playing this round two matchup. You kind of move forward in a sense, being 1 and 2. You guys in the Dreamers. Is there any kind of, do you think the rust factor is going to play a part for you guys at all? Because you're not going through one or two rounds before this point. You guys are
Yeah,
kind of
right.
waiting in the wings. What do you think about the whole rest versus rust kind of argument? Do you think that's going to play a part in this at all?
I feel like the group of guys that we got this year are very hardworking. The guys that we got this year, they stay in the gym. They even on off days, they still in here trying to get work in. So I feel like the rest is not going to be the main focus for us because at the end of the day, like we got a facility like this where we can go to at any time of the day. So we just take advantage of that really. So
Hmm.
I just look at it like that. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's more so just rest for our bodies. Our bodies take so much. Just it's so much toll on our bodies. So I feel like just taking time for our bodies to recoup and get and recover, and then I feel like after that we'll be good. So,
Yeah.
but like now we've taken them days off, and now we're finna get right back into it. So
Yeah.
I feel like it wouldn't be no rust factor for real. Yeah, seeming that like everybody's still in the gym, like nothing happened for real. Like honestly,
Hmm.
like, so.
Yeah, like you guys are prepping like it's just round one. You're not getting any
Right.
goodbye. It's just you're going right into it. Yeah,
Yeah, we're not trying to necessarily change up, the plan or the habits. Still trying to keep them right habits, some good habits that keep you consistent. And
that's a good way to approach it, man. Just balancing that out. Getting some rest, but at the same time being ready. That's a good way to go into the playoffs here. Jah, just one more question for you, man, to kind of wrap this up. This kind of brings it all kind of full circle. So, going into this matchup here, going into the playoffs, the end of the season, do you guys as a unit, for yourself, for the rest of the team, do you guys feel like there are any kind of particular improvement areas you've identified that you want to clean up before this game? Is there something in particular, the shooting, limiting turnovers, the defense?
I would I would say limiting turnovers for sure. Trying to limit our turnovers,
Mhm.
and I probably say shot selection, making sure we take the right shots when it comes down to it, because that one shot could dictate that whole next 3 minutes. So that's what
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it comes down to.
I'm glad you brought up the turnovers. I actually had the chance to speak with Bryson. It was last week, I think. It was last weekend. You guys just played the Cold Hearts, and he said that was one of the big contributing factors as to why you guys weren't able to win that game last Saturday. So it does
Right,
seem like it's kind of bit you guys before, but it does kind of give you a chance to see how that could affect you in a game. How can it can cause you guys to lose one, and
right,
so you can kind of clean that up and see how that would
right. So
affect
that's
you guys.
just cleaning it up, being more on point, being more on point with our actions.
I'm confident that you guys are going to have a great showing in this playoff run coming up here, and just want to wish you all the best, Job, for yourself and the rest of your team going into it. I'm going to do my best to get down there, check you guys out. I have no doubt that it's going to be a great time and a great atmosphere. So, thanks again for jumping on. Great to catch up with you again, and
Yes, sir.
wish you guys all the best. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. If you guys are looking for more content just like this, great interviews with awesome players like Ja, be sure to check out notricklaws.com and check out all of our socials if you guys are watching on YouTube for more episodes and more great content on OTE, the NBA, and other basketball leagues. So we hope to catch you guys in the next interview podcast. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.